little bit different than how we take other tests. So it's important that we review how to go about taking our tests, how to analyze the answer choices, improve our answers to ourselves. And we're going to finish our human body systems unit tomorrow on Thursday. That'll be your last human body systems lesson. Ariana, if you've been working on your little thing, I'll give you an opportunity to share what you've been working on tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be the end of our human body systems lesson. That means that at the end of our lesson tomorrow, I'm only going to take maybe 15 minutes to talk to you guys tomorrow morning. When I finish talking and reviewing what we need to review, you guys are going to take a quick little 22-question SchoolNet assessment to show what you know as far as the human body system. So it's very important today that if we're going over something or there's a human body system that you really just don't understand, that you ask the question today, because you guys will be showing what you know tomorrow in SchoolNet. And we're going to do a practice round today all together. So this is the time to ask questions. I am going to be sharing my screen. So please, if there's a question, if you have a comment, don't be shy. Unmute your mic, ask your question, your comment. When I'm sharing the screen, your face doesn't feel big on the screen. So you can just ask your question at any time as I'm going through and sharing the screen. Just make sure that you're being respectable. Don't talk right in the middle of me talking. Wait until I get to a stopping point. But if you're one of those people that don't really like your face being big on the screen for everybody to see, while I'm sharing our practice assessment in SchoolNet to make sure everybody can get on and all that, this is the best time to ask. So please don't hesitate to unmute your mic and just ask. If you're not comfortable unmuting your mic and asking, you can comment in the chat. Alex, since you are helping me co-host this morning, if you could also help me keep an eye on the chat and let me know if someone has a question. Just unmute your mic and maybe read their question out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do all together now is everybody needs to go to SchoolNet and log in. So you're going to go to my.ncedcloud.org and you're going to log in using your NC EdCloud login information. So everybody do that now. I should not see your faces because you should have Zoom in the background.
Where are we going again?
Okay, so right now everybody is going to my.ncedcloud.org. And remember, mine looks a little bit different from y'all's because I'm a teacher and I have more apps. But then you're going to click on SchoolNet.
Are we taking a test?
We're taking a practice test, yes. So we're going to review how we should be answering our questions in science. Once you're logged in and you've clicked on SchoolNet, come back, and when I see everybody's face again, I'll know that you guys are ready for your code. Going once. Going twice. All right, everybody's ready for the SchoolNet code. Okay. So your code is here. HBody 429, human body and today's date. Your code is HBody 429.
Hang on, it's still loading.
Started.
It's still loading. Say it again, please.
HBody 429. So HBody 429.
Donna said, do we start?
No, do not start yet. Because I want to go through a couple of these together. And then if you want to go ahead and not go through the rest of them together and answer them and be on your way, then that's fine. But the first 4 I want to go over together.
Miss Hernandez.
How
Yeah.
many questions are there?
Now it tells me I gotta sign in to SchoolNet.
You do need to log into SchoolNet. We're taking a SchoolNet assessment together today. Mute your mic and tell me what it's doing. There are only 10 questions today. Tomorrow there's 22. So there's only 10 practice questions that we're going to go over together. And if you guys just want to pay attention, if you just want to stay here on the screen with me as I go over them and take notes, like in your science notebook or something, you can, and then go back and answer the questions, or you can answer the questions as we're going along. Riley went to mute. Stop playing in your camera. All right, here we go. Your first question says, which best describes all unicellular organisms? A, every cell is round. B, every cell can make food. C, every cell can move on its own. Or D, every cell performs all life functions. So the first thing I need to do is to retrieve what I know about unicellular organisms from my brain. And I know that unicellular organisms are single-celled organisms that can do all 6 life functions in that one cell. So which of these best shows what we know? Christian?
Letter D.
Yes, letter D is the best answer. We know that every cell is round is not the best answer because the amoeba and the protozoa, they were all crazy looking. So our unicellular organisms are not all round. Every cell can make food, yes, but they can also do other things. They can get rid of waste and do other things. And they can move on their own, but that does not describe all unicellular organisms the best. Okay? Yes, they can make food, but that's not all they can do. Yes, they can move, but that's not all they can do. Riley, please set your iPad down and pay attention. Next question. Number 2 says, which of these is a structure that is present in all organisms? A tissue, a cell, a stomach, and a brain. I need for someone to tell me which one they know it's not and how they know that. Something that is present in all organisms. Which of these can I cross out? Which one is not correct?
D.
Okay, Trapper, D. So you're saying that all organisms do not have a brain?
Oh, they don't.
You're absolutely correct. Especially those unicellular organisms.
Jellyfish don't have a brain.
Yep, very good. That's exactly right.
I think A is wrong because like unicellular organisms, like amoeba and like all those organisms, they don't have tissues.
Okay, yes, very good. So remember that tissues are a group of cells. So if you've got a single-celled organism, then it's not going to have tissues because you have to have multiple cells to form a tissue. And one more that I can get rid of. Someone who has not spoken yet. Anybody? Alora.
The stomach.
A stomach. How do you know that a stomach is not present in all organisms?
Stomach is not present in all organisms.
Alora, how do you know that a stomach is not present in all organisms?
Because
Do humans have a stomach?
Yes.
Do giraffes have a stomach?
Yes.
Do jellyfish have a stomach? I don't know if they have a stomach, but does bacteria have a stomach? No, bacteria doesn't have a stomach. So we can, when we see all organisms, the thing I want you guys to think about specifically is like single-celled and multiple-cell organism or multi-cell organisms. Because all organisms is every single living thing. And we know that the only thing that is present in all living things is the basic building block of all living things, and that is the cell. So your correct answer there is the cell. Let's see. A unicellular organism is best described as being a complex organism, a microorganism, an organism with specialized cells, or an organism with different types of tissues. So for these ones, I think it's always best to go ahead and eliminate some that we know it can't be. So Christian, I think you wanted to speak earlier and I kind of cut you off. Do you know one of these that a unicellular organism can't be? Or anybody else? Oh, Christian, yes, go ahead.
It can't be a organism with a microorganism.
I'm not sure about the microorganism. I'm still kind of on the fence about that one, so I need to prove some of the ones that I absolutely know it can't be. Because remember, a unicellular organism is a really basic organism, like our bacteria, amoeba, protozoa, just one single cell that can accomplish all of life's functions.
Oh, it can't be a complex cell organism.
Okay, it cannot be a complex organism. That's exactly right. So remember, maybe one of the first things you need to do is to remind yourself what the unicellular organism is before we start answering the question. Very good. So it cannot be a complex organism because we know that unicellular organisms are simple. They have all 6 life functions within one cell.
Mr. Nunez,
Yes, KJ?
I think I have one.
Okay. Which one?
1BD.
Okay, an organism with different types of tissues. Absolutely, because we know that we need multiple cells to create tissues, right? In a unicellular organism, that prefix uni means one. So we know that a cell or an organism with one cell it can't have tissues because we need many cells to create tissues. All right. Now, we've got an organism with specialized cells and a microorganism. Kaylee. Kaylee Nemeth, can you eliminate one of these for me?
I think we can eliminate E because
Put your headphones on. I know your meeting is about to start. Sorry.
Do you have any proof or evidence for why we can eliminate? I couldn't tell if you said B or C.
I think I said B.
Okay, so how do you know that we can eliminate B?
All right.
A
So this
microorganism,
is for today,
the
right?
prefix micro means that we have to have a microscope to see it. It's very small. So,
I
would
thought
a
you said you did
unicellular
today.
organism be best described as a very small
No, but what I'm
organism
trying
or
to
an
say is
organism with
have to
specialized
start it
cells?
today, right?
it would be a
Is it in your
microorganism because sometimes you can't see many of the cells.
Okay,
Well,
so are you saying that we can
or-
are you saying we can eliminate that one, or that one's the answer choice?
That one's the answer choice.
Okay. So Kaylee says that we're done eliminating, and she has identified B as the correct answer. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree.
Okay, Maverick says he agrees. Why do you agree, Maverick?
C says an organism with specialized cell, and cells means more than one, but cell means one, and we're talking about a unicellular organism, which is one cell.
Yes, very good. So when you are thinking about an organism with specialized cells, you're thinking about a complex organism like a human body, like us. Throughout our lessons, we have learned that we have different cells for the different parts of our bodies. Our bone cells look very different from our muscle cells. Our neurons, which are the cells in our
Brains.
yes. Well, not our brains, but they're the cells in our. I can't think of it right now. What is it called? Somebody look in your notebook. Your nervous system. Your nervous system. Neurons, nervous system. So your neurons look very different. Your neurons look very different from your blood cells, which are in your circulatory system. So again, complex organisms have specialized cells, so the best answer is B, a microorganism. And then the last one that we're going to do together that I'm requiring us all to do together before I cut you loose is number 4. It says a scientist is trying to decide whether an organism is unicellular or multicellular. Which information would help the scientist most to make her decision? So first of all, we've got to pay attention to the prefix of those two words, unicellular and multicellular. Uni means one, multi means many. So we've got one cell versus many cells. Which of these would help the scientist most make her decision? Who can help me walk through how to find the answer for that question? Christian, are you going to help me?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So the size of the cells is not important because you can have many big cells. You can have a lot of big cells, but you'll still be multicellular. So I think you should X out A first.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Size does not matter. All right, keep going.
So what the organism eats doesn't matter either, because if they already have a lot of cells, it doesn't really matter about what they eat.
Okay. So that's not going to determine whether the cell is unicellular or multicellular. Good job. All right, now we're down to 2. 50-50 shot.
All right. So I think C is the answer because I mean, if you grow, sure you earn more cells, but then you earn also different types of cells in your body.
Okay. So the answer is?
C.
Beautiful. That was beautifully done, Christian. Now, if everybody could analyze a question just like Christian just did, I'm going to have a bunch of A's on your human body assessment tomorrow. Remember that tomorrow you cannot have any help, and but you may use your science notebook. Tomorrow during our science lesson, we're all going to log in. We'll ask any questions that we might have. I might go over any most missed questions from the quiz today and from previous Kahoots, and then you guys are just going to take your test. We probably won't talk but maybe 10 minutes. I hope to have you finish with science by 9:45 tomorrow. Okay? All right, so at this time, you can either leave Zoom now and do this on your own, or you can hang out with me and we're going to keep going through it. We're going to go through it much quicker though.